able to hear you better.
You're pointing east with this guy.
I replied to you. I thought I'd make it cloud states up but too much traffic on. I did not send you all. I just sent you my replies over.
V3SAO.
Go ahead, Bill.
Thank you. It's Brad, V3MXJ at the V3SAO. We just switched transceivers here and antennas. So I'm just wondering if I'm getting in a little bit better, or Warren can hear me over.
Do you copy now, Warren?
Negative. Could you really? I understood that was the MXJ and that was about it.
Yeah, they changed transceivers and antennas, hoping that they get that you could copy them better. So I guess it's still marginal. Back to V3SAO from VA3ECO.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I can still copy Warren. Okay, and who am I speaking to, please? Over.
This is Chris, Victor Alpha 3, Echo, Charlie Oscar. I'm in the Kenora area, just outside of Kenora. And the station before that was Victor Echo 3, Japan Alpha, and that's Woody, down near Sudero. Back to you, Brad. This is VA3ECO.
VA3ECO, V3SAO. Okay, Chris, very good. Yeah, I got a good copy on you from Kenora into Thunder Bay here. 5-9, so that's good. Well, overall, I think it was great. Great exercise. I know the WinLink, probably when it comes down to crunch time and you got to start passage quite a few messages. For example, I can think of with Warren's scenario with the hospital or with his evacuation, and if he had to start evacuating patients from the Anakokan Hospital to Thunder Bay, and you had all the names and maybe medication and some other sensitive information, that's definitely something you wouldn't want to do over phone, but the WinLink would do a great job for a scenario like that. Over.
Yeah, you copy that, Warren?
Roger that. That's a very good point, and I think just given the speed differences, a good idea in a real situation would be to send the general information over voice because it's faster, and then stuff like that, especially lists of names and that sort of thing, and just confirmation, send that via WinLink email because it gives a good record and it's very precise. Over.
Yeah, Roger on that, Warren. That's a good point. That's true. Okay, overall though, we thought here was a great exercise. We had about a half a dozen local Ares members check in around Thunder Bay, and we also worked on 40 meters. We worked Al V3AJB in Manitoulin. He was his home station, and then we worked the EOC in Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury as well. So in our case here in Thunder Bay, this was our best exercise as far as HF goes. So obviously the propagation gods and things were with us, and we made some good contacts. Back to you, Warren.
Right on. That's very good work on your part, and yeah, it's a good exercise. I'm glad we all did this for sure.
Okay, and again, Warren, appreciate all the extra work you put into sending out the emails and setting up the scenarios. It makes it a lot easier for everyone else to kind of follow along than everybody just making up in some hodgepodge. So again, thank you for your hard work. And yeah, I guess this is going to be it. Is there anything else you have to add, over?
Nothing else to add. The only thing is that Dryden is working on getting set up on WinLink as well, and I think as soon as they are, we'll maybe do another brief exercise just to help get them up to speed. Other than that, no comments from here, and unless there's anything from anyone else, we'll be QRT here. Over.
Okay, well, I'll sign it off here from Thunder Bay and let you pick up the other stations. Chris, nice to have met you in Kenora, and again, you had a great signal into Thunder Bay here as well. And I'm sure we'll be in touch in the future, Warren. If you need anything from us, you let us know. And I'm sure you'll enjoy...
Wondering, Brad, what was going on here today, and what were you doing with the amateur radios?
Okay, Corey. Well, today was called the SET, which stands for the Simulated Emergency Test. It is a North American-wide test for amateur radio for Ares, and Ares is Amateur Radio Emergency Services. And what it's essentially all about is that we're testing our equipment in case of an emergency situation. What we can do with Ares is either be the primary or the backup communications for the different agencies, fire, police, etc. In a nutshell, when 9/11, as terrible as that was, and Hurricane Katrina and some other natural disasters, amateur radio comes into play. When all communications are down, internet, landline, cell phones, and messages have to be passed. For example, the Red Cross may be set up somewhere and they want to know how many cots are needed at a community center, and if there's no way for them to communicate that via landline or cell phone, then that's where amateur radio comes into play, ARES. So we're called out and we would have somebody, one of our people stationed at, say, that community center, somebody else at the Red Cross headquarters, and the person at Red Cross, the amateur, gets a hold of the amateur at the community center and passes on a message, and back and forth that way. Today's test is an annual, and it's basically just to hone our skills and to check all the equipment to make sure everything's up and running, and it gives our operators a chance to practice their skills as well. And today we did it here. Our Emergency Operations Center is at the 55 plus here in Thunder Bay. The call sign for the station is VE3EOC. And we had members here today, and we were in communication with Atikokan, Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, all on HF. And then we also primarily used, it's called the WinLink Express, and it's a digital mode of communication. And in a real basic nutshell, if the internet locally in Thunder Bay was down, we could still pass email messages through amateur radio. And so that's kind of a cool thing, and that's basically what we were doing here today.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Brad. And it was really a great little explanation.
Okay, thank you.